What's up, everybody? This is Lewis from Monkey Paw Pigs. I have a special guest, Jeph. What's up? How you doing?
Good. What's going on, Lewis?
Not much. I'm so glad you could be here and talk to us about stuff. So before I get into any questions, tell us about yourself.
About myself? Well, I'm a pretty boring dude.
Yeah.
I've just been at home because of quarantine, obviously. I play bass for the U's, usually.
Of course.
The U's have been around. I was one of the originals. We started out in it was in April or May of 2000. So it's been 21 years now.
Wow.
Which is a long time.
Wow.
And so other than that, I've just been at home. It's been a year off, which is unfortunate, but what do you do?
So what's it like to be in a well-known band? How is that?
It used to be weird, obviously. Now I don't think about it anymore. It's really just, there's everything is good and bad. You know what I mean? You can learn a lot from that kind of idea. Meeting people is awkward. Sometimes they have to tell you instantly they don't like your band or they do like your band,
Why?
I know it's one of those things. It's like a weird insecurity, so I don't like meeting a lot of people usually, like if you don't know them, like, oh, I don't like your band, because they don't want you to feel weird around them or something. But saying that is already like, okay, dude, I don't really give a shit if you like it or not. You don't have to tell me that. Just be cool and I'll be cool,
Yeah.
But at the same time saying that, there's like negatives and there's good parts. I meet a lot of really cool people and I meet a lot of really nice people, and sometimes it's really nice meeting like fans, because sometimes fans like unload things that happen in their life to you, because of the music and stuff.
Yeah.
And because of like you help them through something, and I don't feel like I'm doing anything strictly, I'm not doing anything particularly to help them, but it just happens that what I'm doing is also helpful for some people, which is really awesome to hear. It's good to be appreciated in all different types of ways.
Okay, so being a band, you go on tour, but what's it like being stuck at home for COVID?
Hell. No, you know what? It's been good and bad. I haven't really. This is the most I've got to spend with my wife in a long time, and I've been married to her for fucking forever. We've been together for over 12 years now, so it's in 12 years. That's the longest I've been able to spend with her, which is great. We got a new puppy, which is good. He's a puppy, so he takes up all my time now. So it's been good for me. I've been able to catch up on some video games, which I haven't had time to until now because I've been too busy. I've been able to practice some bass stuff that I really didn't feel like I had time for, which is kind of excuses,
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of good and bad that have come out of even just COVID for me,
So is there anything you're working on besides gaming right now?
Let's see. I've done a couple songs. You heard one of them, the Rage Against the Machine cover.
I loved it.
We just put that out. That was fun.
Oh, I loved it.
Me and Dan and a guitar player from his old band, New Transit Direction, recorded a song together. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. It was really cool. It was really cool, actually, but there's no vocals to it. It's just music, but we'll see what happens with that. I did bass for Used Jam, but there's no vocals to that either. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen. It's really cool though. It's like I don't even want to ruin any of this stuff until it comes out, but who knows? It may get lost. It's these things. Sometimes you do these things and if there's not enough effort put through with everyone, they get lost, which happens all the time. Or maybe it's just not the right vibe and it doesn't click, or maybe it just gets lost in general. So, it's never, for me, it's not good to get excited until it passes that final stage, because we have so many used songs. Like even take this record we just did. Well, it's older than a year, this record. It's like 2 years old now, but it just came out in the middle of the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's a 12 song record. There's also 10 songs that didn't make the record. And so
Really?
yeah, that's kind of how it goes. And we think we're going to release them, but usually during each record, we'll have like somewhere between 5 and 10 extra songs that don't make it. And even besides these songs that didn't make it, before we recorded the album, we had another like fucking 15 songs, like some with words, some with some
Yeah.
melodies to it that are probably just lost now. You know what I mean? They're just gone.
Wow.
We just scrapped all of them, but we may go back and revisit those someday. You never know.
I
Just
hope
how it
you
goes.
do. I hope so.
Me
I'm
too.
a big fan, so hey.
I love it.
So okay. Do you is there anything that you collect? Like, I don't know if you collect anything.
Is that a Hannah Montana doll right behind you? What is that? No, it's Mortal Kombat.
More
From here it looks like Hannah Montana. I was like,
That's
Lewis, what? I didn't know you collected those. Me too. No, I'm kidding. I used to collect a lot of toys back in the day. I'm saying not that long ago. I used to collect a lot of random shit. I kind of gave up on a lot of collecting. I collect coins for every country I go to. I have a whole coin set from each country.
cool.
And I've tried to stick with that one, but I think they're getting all jumbled together. So now I'm gonna have to go through each fucking coin and trying to figure out what country it's from. That's gonna be a headache. Also, I have fucking shit tons of video games that it's hard for me. You know, sometimes I end up giving them to like a Goodwill at some point, or I end up giving to a friend or something. But I feel
still have a couple of yours.
yeah, I'm sure we'd make trades all the time. That's what I'm saying. And I feel weird giving it. I feel weird. I was selling them for a while back to like a game store, you know what I mean? But I felt weird doing that too, because it's like I'd rather just give them to people I know, you know? Like I'd rather just pass it on and trade it.
I have a hard time giving my games back to GameStop because I don't feel like they would appreciate it. They're just trying to make a buck off of it. If I give it to a friend, they can enjoy it.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. The only place I ever liked selling games to, and it's the only place I would do it consecutively, was so I used to live in LA, and there's this huge game warehouse in LA, and it's all like family owned business, right? And the whole place is filled. It's filled with any kind of video game system, any kind of game you can think of. Right. And so I would always go there and take my games there because it's like a serious collector's like appreciation. Like it's fucking awesome. Game Dudes, I think is what it's called. I can't remember. It's been a while since I lived in LA, but I got to go back and visit that place. It's really cool.
Okay, so if you could have one collectible, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter about the price, what would that be?
I think I already have it. So when I was a kid, really young, I was obsessed with Godzilla, right? And so I got this Godzilla like little action figure of Godzilla. It's all plastic. Somehow I ended up with 2 of them at some point in time, right? But I still have it. So I probably got it when I was, I don't know, like 5, maybe younger than 5. Like I've had it for my whole life pretty much. And yeah, I would never get rid of that ever. Hopefully I have both of them, but
I think if I could pick a collectible from the music world, it'd be either a bass of yours or Kurt Cobain's guitar.
I get that. That's cool.
Yeah.
You could probably get one. You just have to rob Hard Rock or something.
Yeah, I think I might get caught. So
you might get caught. Yeah.
I think I might pass.
Yeah, I would pass on that too. I don't think it's worth it, you know.
So you said that you're a big gamer. What are you currently playing?
Yeah, I've been a huge gamer my whole life, really. I'm kind of going back real quick, but when I was super young, my grandpa had an Intellivision. Do you remember those?
I do.
Yeah, so that's the first game system I played. And I was like, this is fucking
Wow.
crazy, right? And
Wow.
it was my grandpa that had one, which is kind of weird too, right?
Yeah.
Later on, I got into some like computer game called Rogue. I don't know if you've ever
I
seen that
know
before.
that. I
Yeah,
know it.
that was my first video game obsession was Rogue.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's where they get the term rogue or roguelite, or roguelike when they talk about certain video games. I think
Yeah,
they get
yeah.
it from that, which
Mm-hmm.
is kind of wild too. I mean, this is kind of showing my age. I'm over 3,000 years old, so it kind of shows. Um, but then, of course, I got the first Nintendo because I would work my ass off like jobs,
Yeah.
like jobs I'm saying like for my parents or for friends or family or whatever, like doing stuff for them to
More,
earn
yeah.
money in order to like buy something, But
Yeah.
I think the first Nintendo, I think I got it for a Christmas or a birthday or something. And that was downhill from there, or maybe uphill, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, so what I'm currently playing now is probably about 15 games. I have a problem. Right? So I focus on one thing and I have to beat it, but there's all these other games I want to play, right? And time is so short that I'm trying to get them all down because like I have a love of like, I love role-playing games and I love games with like huge stories and stuff like that. The story really matters to me. If there's not a good story to the game, I'll probably get bored of it really quickly,
Yeah.
So currently I'm still playing. This game's kind of older, but Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think I'm almost at the end of it.
Okay.
I've been waiting to play that because I was so excited that it was coming out, but I waited because I had so many other games on the catalog that I was going through.
Yeah.
I'm streaming Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is fucking awesome because it goes back to some of my favorite games of all time, which are the Dragon Quest series. And
yeah.
I love Dragon Quest, right? Or Dragon Warrior, if you want to get crazy. That's what they called it the first time it came out on Nintendo. But Dragon Quest is what it's called.
Yeah.
But that game, Yakuza Like a Dragon, is kind of the main guy is obsessed with Dragon Quest. So the whole game's kind of based off of like a Dragon Quest idea, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm also playing the new Oddworld that just came out.
Oh.
Which I'm streaming that tonight, actually.
Well, before you say that,
yeah.
Where can people catch you stream?
Where can people what? Oh, catch the streams?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I stream my stream name is called Grass Destroyer. And I'll be on Twitch. Where'd it come from? Grass Destroyer came from, well, I have the opposite of a green thumb. My yard is destroyed. Right? But it also comes from a bunch of different things. My yard's not that bad. It's just when I was trying to think of a name, there was like 2 weeks of nothing but rain. And we just got the puppy. So I was dealing with a brand new puppy. And the yard just had holes all over it. Like it was just like he was destroying the yard. Like he was ripping chunks out of the yard everywhere and digging holes and stuff like that. And so I had to put all these fences in the yard around the holes that he was digging, and which was causing it more problems. And so then there was nothing but like the yard looked like a disaster, really though. That mixed with I thought it was kind of a funny vegan take, because I'm vegan. I've been vegan for fucking ever. Who knows? And more than 10 years. But maybe not actually. How long I've been vegan for? I don't know anymore. It's been a long time. But yeah, it's kind of a take on Grass Destroyer. Oh, you eat nothing but grass. All right, okay, I'll take that.
So you stream on Twitch. What days?
Well, so currently it's going to change because when tour starts. My COVID hours are Monday and Wednesday, and time zones fuck everything up. So Monday and Wednesday at 9. That's my time. Monday and Wednesdays at noon Pacific Standard Time, right? Okay. Like California, Seattle, whatever, California, that West Coast time.
Yeah.
And Fridays and Saturdays I stream at 9 p.m. at that Pacific Coast or Pacific Standard Time, which is good and bad. It's tough for me because I live in Hawaii currently, but I always move. I move once every couple of years. I move, but right now I'm in Hawaii, and my stream times for me are early as fuck or late as fuck. It's unfortunate.
I'm surprised you finally got internet over there.
Yeah, I have killer internet over here, which is wild.
You used to say you couldn't get it.
Yeah, it's new. We just got internet here. I live in the middle of nowhere. I always try to live in the middle of nowhere, but I live in the middle of nowhere right now. And they just added, we didn't have any internet. We had no internet. It was zero. And they just connected fiber. So we went from like 0 to like 1,000, you know?
Okay.
But it's jumped, super upgrade. Hell yes. You know?
So when can we expect a new used album?
That's a really good question. Well, we do have, like I was saying, we have 10 plus songs that are finished. They're just floating right now. And I know that we're going to release those at some point. I'm not really sure when. We have an acoustic version of a song that's been recorded and done. And I think we have some other stuff that's in the works. It's really just a matter of when's COVID going to end? You know, so we can, because if we release something now, it wouldn't really help us, you know. We need something for our tour, something to release for a tour, you know. And so we might release some of those before we start touring again. And tour looks like it might be in September, maybe.
You miss it?
Yeah. I need it. I can't stay home. I can't afford to stay home. Number one, I can't. Number two, I mean, I grew up touring, really, you know. So it's been good being home, and I've really appreciated it. And I've learned a lot of lessons while I've been at home, which is always good to learn, you know. And I hope to take those lessons I've learned out when we start touring again.
I gotta say, I grew up with you. I've been a friend of yours forever.
For a long time.
Yeah. And I miss going to see you at a show because watching you on stage is a uniteful environment. And just, I miss it. So
I miss it too. I miss playing, obviously, you know. That's what the Twitch thing has kind of helped me in that sense, you know. Because I get to reconnect with some fans and some people, you know, being able to connect with them and being able to talk about things that I like, you know, like when I'm playing a show, I'm communicating, but not really with my voice. You know what I mean? Like I'm communicating with like the bass lines that I came up with, or, you know what I mean? Like the vibe that I'm putting into the song, I'm communicating that way, which is cool, but it's not, it is a two-way way to connect, you know, the fans and the people are connecting and speaking, you know, and whatever vibe language is happening, then it's a communication that's happening, you know. But it's nice to communicate through Twitch where it's actually a different type of language, like an understanding and an actual vocal, you know what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I feel like the Twitch streaming is a lot, the fans, you can actually say something and Jeph, you will respond to it. So I feel like that's a lot better, or not better, but different for the fans to interact with you.
Totally. Like they know me through bass lines, but it's nice to get to know them through personality, you know?
And great. So with that being said, we're going to stop this recording, but thank you so much for being part of this interview. And catch Jeph streaming on Twitch on Grass Destroyer. So collectors, till next time.